Welcome back. Let us continue with our topic of maxima and minima. We have already dealt with some questions based on this. Now we will be going on with some other questions. One of the questions which I have written already on the board is slight big. I have dropped some letters from it. Function of x satisfies what condition it satisfies. It says function of 0 is equal to 2. Okay, that I can find if I get function of x first. Function of 1 also has a value 1. But function has maximum at x is equal to 5 by 2. That means this is very important for us. It has maximum at x is equal to 5 by 2. That means this is the critical point. And since this is critical point, that means it has something to do with f dash x. That is derivative of x, which is already told over here. It is the determinant value of this particular value. Okay? And says that a and b are constants. Then what could be the possible value of a, b and function of x? Okay? So now since this maximum is taught and this f dash x is given, so I will divert my attention first to f dash x only. So f dash x already is in the form of so called as determinant. So I would try to solve this determinant, and obviously you know that solving determinant is done with the help of elementary transformation. We'll try to get maximum zeros in this. Maximum zeros. So where and how can I get the zeros? That I will think pehle. I will be concentrating, maybe I will try by row side first. So this is 2ax, right? This is also 2ax, right? And here it is b, okay? And I require here 2b. That means this is 2ax, okay? 2ax plus 2b, right? From that, if I subtract this and this, okay, so I may get 0 over here. So I will think only of one column pehle, and then I will think what happens in this. That means row 3, if I see here, row 3, that is 3 to 1 element which is there, that is A31 has your third row and first column is your 2ax plus 2b. Okay? From this to get 0, I need to subtract what? That is 2ax plus 2b minus should be 2ax minus 2b, which is nothing but this will become your A31 which is already there, right? A31, and this 2ax is your R1 and 2b means 2 times of row 2. That means what I am doing here is I am transforming row 3 to row 3 minus so called as row 1 minus 2 times of row 2. Okay? So when I get this, what do I get here is this f dash x will transform to, now row 3 changes, that means there is no change in row 1 and row 2. So it is 2ax minus 1, 2ax plus b plus 1, no change here, no change here, no change here. The change happens to be in row 3. So on solving, I will get it to be 0, 0 and 1. So on expanding, since I got 2 zeros, so I will be expanding directly from my third row. So what I get the expansion as, on solving I get 2ax plus b. Okay, that is my f dash x, right? Now if I get the derivative over here, then I can very easily find the function. That is, if I want to get the function, I know what I have to do. That is antiderivative. So I will get this integration of f dash x with respect to x. So that I will get here. This is 2a and this will become x square by 2 plus bx plus c, which is nothing but finally turning out to be function of x is equal to this 2 cancels, ax square plus bx plus c. Very good. I got already the function of x. Now I have two values which have been already given to me. So now function of 0 when I take, let this be my first one. Okay, function of 0 when I take, the function of 0 will give me this 0, that is c. That means the value of c will be obviously 2. So therefore your function of x now turns to be as ax square plus bx plus 2. Now taking function of 1, so what I get function of 1 to be as a plus b plus 2, and function of 1 is already 1, so 1 is equal to a plus b plus 2, so which gives me a plus b is equal to minus 1. That means I just have to get one more relationship in terms of a and b. So where that relationship I will get that relationship with the second point which has been told, that function has maximum at x is equal to 5. It is, as I discussed earlier, if it is maximum, that means it was a critical point, and if it is a critical point, that means it has come from f dash x is equal to 0. So here now f dash x, that is, now you have here that f dash 5 by 2 will be equal to 0, indicating this is your f dash x over here. So it is 2a into 5 by 2 plus b is equal to 0. 2a into 5 by 2 is equal to 0, indicating 5a plus b is equal to 0. So when I solve this both, what I will get the value of a and b, which will be a is equal to 1 by 4 and b is equal to minus 5 by 4. So obviously the function of x will be your 1 by 4 x square minus 5 by 4x plus 2. Okay. The problem which is there is dealing with number of inclusions. So you have to think why these inclusions are given to you first and then proceed. Here already f dash x was told, that means it has something to do with the maximum. And if it is dealing with maximum, that means we need to solve this determinant, and the solving determinant is getting zeros at maximum number of places. So that we have did. Let us go to another question. Now the question says that area of greatest rectangle you have to find that can be inscribed in so called as x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. So that means it is an ellipse. Okay. So let me understand by drawing figure pehle, so that I can decide my working plan. That is, this will be my coordinate axis. That is the axis which we select for the ellipse, and this is your ellipse. Okay. The greatest rectangle that will be inscribed will be somewhat like this. Agreed? It will be somewhat like this. And this being ellipse, so this will be your a comma 0, and this will be your 0 comma b. Okay. It is a standard ellipse we are considering. It is a greater than b. Okay. So now obviously this is your so called as center 0 comma 0. That means in short, if I find the greatest area of this one and make it 4 times, I will get the area of required rectangle, and that I will be making it as greatest, and then I will be deciding. Okay. That means if I name it in so called as some format, let it be this be your O, this be your P, this be your Q, and let this be your R. Right? So I must be interested to know what is length of OP and what is length of OR. In such type of problems, if you remember, in the previous session I told you, whenever you are having problems of so called as conic section, so I must get what is coordinate of Q. Okay, the coordinate of Q, instead of taking it as any unknown x, y, hk and so on, if you take it in the form of parameter, so it will be very easier to get Okay, so the parameter over here which you already know, or you can already check also, here a cos theta and b sin theta will satisfy this particular equation, that is a square cos square theta upon a square, b square cos sin square theta upon b square will become cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equal to 1. It indicates that the coordinates of P obviously are now your a cos theta comma 0, and coordinate of R will also be a 0 comma b sin theta. So obviously area of rectangle that you require, that is area of rectangle we require, is your length into breadth. That is nothing but this length, which is your a cos theta into b sin theta, right? And the area of rectangle that we are discussing is 4 times of it, because this is only one part of it. So it is 4 times of a cos theta into b sin theta, which nothing but becomes 4ab cos theta into sin theta. Okay, that is 4ab cos theta into sin theta. Now whether you want to take minimum or maximum, you know that the first derivative must be equal to 0. You can get it solved by converting it into 2 sin theta form, or you can directly differentiate this also, does not matter, one and the same thing you will get. So when you solve this, so you get this as product rule. If you solve it in product rule form, you will get it as product rule, and if you want, you convert it into this 2ab into 2 sin theta cos theta, that is equal to sin 2 theta. The derivative will be obviously your cos 2 theta. Okay, and then taking the point of theta, we can understand it. Okay, so the derivative we get here is, you get dy by d theta is equal to 4ab cos 2 theta. Means what I did, area of rectangle which is there, I have taken it as y. So on derivating, I get 2ab, and sin 2 theta is equal to 2 cos 2 theta, which is nothing but 4ab cos 2 theta. Okay, now you know whether it is minimum or maximum. The critical point that we found out, that is first derivative will be your 0. So here dy by d theta is going to become 0. That means 4ab cos 2 theta is equal to 0. 4ab is not equal to 0, indicating cos 2 theta is equal to 0. Now cos 2 theta is equal to 0, that means cos 2 theta is equal to your cos pi by 2, right? That is cos is 0 at 90 degree, and we are not taking general form over here. Try to reason yourself why we are not taking. We are directly taking pi by 2 over here. See the figure and try to understand it, why we are not taking the generalized form. So therefore your 2 theta will be your pi by 2, indicating your theta is equal to pi by 4. So I need to check for a minimum or maximum over here. So therefore I will take my second derivative to be as, here it is 4ab, no issue, and cos 2 theta is equal to minus 2 sin 2 theta, minus 2 sin 2 theta, which is obviously negative. So therefore it's maximum. So I can say it's max at, so called as theta is equal to pi by 4. So therefore max area will be what? Max area will be this one, that is 2ab sin 2 theta, that is your maximum area. The maximum area is here 2ab sin pi by 2, which is nothing but 2ab square units, whatever it is. Okay, a quite simple problem, but these questions are also asked in your entrance. So if you have a command on everything, it will become very simple to solve. Now see the next question, which is written, a cubic function vanishes at x is equal to minus 2. Very good. It vanishes at x is equal to minus 2. It is a cubic function. So obviously your function of x, if it vanishes, that means it has this particular root. So one root will be obviously your x plus 2. That is x is equal to minus 2 is the root. So one factor obviously will be your x plus 2. and the second factor will be obviously quadratic because x will multiply to quadratic, then we will get a cubic equation. So I can take it as ax square plus bx plus c. Let it be this much. That means I am only interested to find what will be my a, b and c now. Has relative minimum at x is equal to minus 1 and maximum at x is equal to 1 by 3. So minimum and maximum is talked. That means I need to take obviously so called as your first derivative and second derivative. So sorry, first derivative first and then we'll talk about second derivative and whatever it is. Okay. So first I will better expand this. So I get this function of x to be as, this will be your ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus 2ax square. No, better I will not expand it. It will be more easier for me to use product rule. Instead of expanding it and getting 6 terms, I will be using product rule. That will be more easier for me. That is f dash x will be your product rule, that is first function into derivative of second function, that is 2ax plus b plus second function into derivative of first, that is obviously your 1. Okay, so this is your first derivative. Now it says that it vanish, that is minimum is x is equal to 1 and maximum is x is equal to 1 by 3. That means these are the critical points that you have already got. So for x is equal to, so f dash minus 1 it is, so yes, f dash minus 1 will become minus 1 plus 2 into 2a into minus 1 plus b and plus a into minus 1 square minus b plus c. Space is not there. So I have written b into minus 1, I have not written. So what I get here is, this is your 1, this is your minus 2a plus b plus this is your a minus b plus c, which is nothing but minus a plus c, because b will cancel itself. This is your f dash minus 1. Okay. Now obviously I know at x is equal to minus 1, that is when I get minimum and maximum, the first derivative always is 0. So here this will become 0, indicating a is equal to c. Let me store this relationship. Now coming to next part, that is f dash so called as 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 on calculation, I will calculate it and write the final step. Okay, so on calculation I will get, on solving we get complete relation, that is initially we got a is equal to c and on solving we got a is equal to minus b. So indicates that value of a is equal to minus b is equal to c. Okay, that means values of a, b and c are same, will differ only by sign. Now how to get this value of a, b and c? So that will be in some condition which is mentioned in the question. The condition which is mentioned here is minus 1 to 1 function of x is equal to, that is integration of minus 1 to 1 function of x is equal to 14 by 3. So let me divert my attention to this particular part. That is now minus 1 to 1 function of x dx obviously is equal to 14 by 3. Now when I take this, the function of x that I have got here is this one, right? So my function of x over here is, so therefore minus 1 to 1 function of x dx will be obviously, this is your x plus 2, that is x plus 2 into bracket ax square minus ax plus a, that is a is equal to minus b plus c. So in short I get a into x plus 2 into x square minus x plus 1. So when I so called as multiply this, that is integration here also minus 1 to 1, this is minus 1 to 1, as 1 to 1. So when I expand this, I will get here this as your x cube minus x square, then plus x, then I think so 2x square minus 2x plus 2. Dx I have not written anywhere because lack of space is there. So what I get as final is minus 1 to 1, x cube no change, x square is equal to plus x square, and x is equal to minus x, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, is dx, right? So I will be taking integration of this. But when I take integration, I will also think of one of the factor which is very important. You see it is minus a to a. That means I will consider the odd and even values over here. Now, before I consider odd and even over here, that is when I put here 1, so function of x is obviously x cube plus x square minus x plus 1. And when I put it as 1, so I get here to be as 3. Okay. And when I put as minus 1, minus when I put, that is minus 1, so x cube will become minus 1, this will become 1, and this will become so called as minus x will become plus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1. It changes. That means I don't get even or odd. To convert it into even or odd, I will make slight changes in this. That is, I will see what gives me even and what will give me odd if it is possible in this. So let me first clear one side, then I will. Now, if I separate it as x cube minus x, which will be giving you 0 in case of minus 1 limit also and 1 limit also. And if I separate it for x square plus 2, what do I get here is, this will become x cube plus x, okay? This is your dx minus, so called as, this will be plus, then it is minus 1 to 1 x square plus 2 dx, okay? And when you integrate this one, so you will get here x raised to 4 by 4 plus x square by 2. That means both are going to become so called as positive, okay? Either for 1 or either for minus 1. Means when I apply the limit over here, so they are going to become 0. So this part I am deleting only completely. This is your 0 and remains only with this one. Now if you see this, that is, if you put here minus 1 or even plus 1, does not matter. It is going to give you same functional value. That is, the function of x will not change even if you put it as 1 or minus 1. That means this is an even function. So if this is an even function, the integration of this will become so called as, this will be so called as 2 times of 0 to 1 function of x dx, right? This is property that we have already used in definite integration. That is, it is even function, so it is 0 to a function of x dx. So here we get here, this is 2 times of 0 to 1 x square plus 2 dx, which will become 2 times of x cube by 3 plus 2x, okay, from 0 to 1. And when I solve it, so I get here, in the verge of writing by continuation method, I forgot to write this a over here, which already took common over here, but I did not write it here. So it is a here, and I'm taking it outside here. This is a everywhere. So this is your a only for both, or you can take it as a like this in bracket. This is your a, even this is your a, here it is a, this is your 2a, and this is your 2a. Okay, sorry, not 2a, yeah, 2a. So that becomes your 14a by 3. Okay, and already this value is given to you. That is minus 1 to 1 function of x dx is already given to you as 14 by 3. So therefore 14 by 3 is your 14 by 3a, indicating your a is equal to 1, b is your minus 1, and c is your 1. So therefore your cubic equation will become, I think so, cubic equation, yeah, okay, this is your cubic equation, na? So your cubic equation will become, I have already erased it. So it was, I think so, x plus 2 into ax square plus bx plus c, correct? So here, this is your cubic equation. Your cubic equation, cubic function of x will become your x plus 2 into bracket, so called as ax square, that is your x square minus x plus 1. So if you get the product of this, you will get the required cubic equation. While writing, I forgot to take that a, so which I replaced it later on. So I got the value of a to be as 1, and the cubic equation actually is in previous part, but I have this in function of x also, no? So which I replaced already b and c by minus a and a. So that can be considered as your required cubic equation, which will become your x cube minus, and on solving you will get the required cubic equation. Coming to next question, x belongs to open interval of 0 to 5 pi by 2, and function of x is defined as 0 to x under root t sin t dt. If you remember, this particular is 100% only solved using Leibniz rule, which is from integration of ux to vx, function of phi or t, whatever it is. So here how we take, I told you in very simple language, f dash x will become here, f dash x will be this function of upper limit, that is function of upper limit is x, that is root x and sin x, into derivative of upper limit is your 1, right, and plus function of lower limit, so nothing to do, it is 0 already, so there is no need to check out, this will be your f dash x. Now f dash x is there, so obviously it is not asking you anything, that is options are there about minimum maximum, so we will find minimum and maximum over here. So f dash x I got here, so f dash x is equal to 0, indicating root x into sin x is equal to 0. So x cannot be equal to 0 because x belongs to open interval of 0 and pi by 2. So here x is not equal to 0, hence sin x will be equal to 0. Now sin x is equal to 0, that means your x is equal to, first is 0, then comes on negative x axis, that is equal to pi, comes on negative side of x axis, that is pi, and then comes at 2 pi. Now does it fall in our so called as given domain? It is 0 to 5 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2 means it is 5 times, that means it comes in so called as your 450. So obviously your 360 will be there, that is 2 pi. So I get 3 critical points over here. Okay, so I will check everywhere. For that I will be taking my second derivative first. So second derivative obviously will be your, it is root x into cos x plus sin x upon 2 root x. That is first function into derivative of second function plus second function into derivative of first function. Okay. Now this I will check the behavior at 0, pi and 2 pi. So first of all, when I take it at 0, so I think so I don't get it defined, obviously. So I am not going to check at 0 only. So this is not in my list only. Okay. So I will be checking it over here at pi, that is second derivative at pi. So it will be root pi into cos pi plus sin pi upon 2 root pi. Okay. Now obviously your value of sin pi, that is obviously equal to 0. So second part goes, and cos pi is equal to minus 1. So this will become your minus pi, which is negative, indicating max at x is equal to pi. So this will be 2 pi, that is under root 2 pi into cos 2 pi plus sin 2 pi upon 2 into under root 2 pi. Okay, so here also cos 2 pi is positive and sin 2 pi is 0, so there is no need to check over here. So it becomes root 2 pi, which is positive, indicating minimum at x is equal to 2 pi. So this function is such that I get so called as max at x is equal to pi by 3 and minimum at x is equal to 2 pi. Now let us go to the question which I have written here. Okay, let hk be the fixed point. Very important thing is what k, both h and k are positive. Both h and k are the positive, that means it obviously lies in quadrant number 1. Okay, that is the very most important condition which is given to me. A straight line passing through this point cuts positive direction of x coordinate, that is coordinate axis, that is it cuts both the positive direction of coordinate axis. So to understand it better, I will just draw it to know it better. These are my coordinate axis, and suppose this is the point, this is the line, this is the point P, no not P, and it is cutting already, na? So let this be your M, so called as H comma K, and it cuts the coordinate axis at P and Q, at P and Q. Okay, so let me take this as P and let me take this as Q. Okay, so obviously I can get so called as equation of line PQ anytime, and this is your origin. So equation of line PQ, I am writing it, what is the use that I don't know, is x upon x intercept. Okay, that is x upon x intercept. Let this be your a comma 0 and let this be 0 comma b. So x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. Now this line passes through h comma k. Okay, so therefore this h comma k will satisfies this equation, right? So obviously I will get here h by a plus k by b is your 1, right? So I got h by a plus k by b is equal to 1. Further solving it, I will get here h by a is 1 minus k by b, indicating your h transformed in terms of k. So you get here h is equal to so called as your a into 1 minus k by b. This is your h. Okay, now the area of triangle, if you want the area of triangle